Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Simtrax Broadcasting. This is Patrick Morrison coming to you live here with the National Oval Racing Association. NORA is getting ready to get out there on the track. As you can see right now, we got our eyeballs kind of honed in here on Scott in the number 14 Chevrolet as he gets his qualifying laps started here right now, already through his one warm-up lap and beginning lap number 1. Joining alongside me tonight, of course, is the ever-so-wonderful Stella out there. And Stella, here in Indianapolis, we've seen a lot of drivers get a good bit of tempers out there. Drivers having to figure out where that best line is. And it seems everyone else out there has the same judgment. You've got to be out front. You've got to have the clean air, or otherwise you're just following in a line here tonight.
Well, yes, but we have to remember we've got 96 laps tonight, which means don't try to win it in the first 5.
Now, that's hard to do. You know, when you are scrambling to find the clean air out front, it's 100%. You've got to give it everything. You've got to get out front, and you want to be out front sooner than later. Fuel mileage will be key here tonight, as also we are sitting with about a 60% fuel limit. That fuel limit is just barely going to make us there throughout a couple of these stages out there. I'm interested, where this is all going to end up here tonight as we here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But we'll go ahead and take a look at what we've got lined up for you guys here tonight, and that is going to be a 96-lap race. Stages will be at 30 and 60. So, of course, 60% fuel limit. This is starting to get a good bit of threes going on here of multiples. Right now, it does leave us with only 5 sets of tires down in the pit. Looks like it's going to be fixed, set up here, of course, with no fast repairs. Jacob Gladelick hanging out there. As you can see, as we came live, he decided to see if he could park his choose cone car on top of the on top of the pit road entry wall. But Stella, talk about track temperature. How fantastic is that sitting at 113?
From what you tell me, that's about as good as you can ask for.
Yep. Well, 80 degrees, so it is going to be a little bit cooler than it was actually on Sunday as the drivers were out there plowing their way around. In real life on the track, they were having a little more harder time. You could definitely see that dirty air was a huge factor out there. And guys just were unable to make the best of it if they couldn't get out there and up to the front. I expect to see a few of these guys like Matthew George right now, who's sitting in the number 2 position, to see if he can shoot around or up front, or if he can get out from behind the ever so fast of Jacob Malone. Right now, he is doing a blistering speed, about 80 thousandths faster than anybody else out here on the track. His Ford was definitely charging up toward the front, and he seems extremely confident tonight that he is going to be the car to beat. Now, Stella, we've seen guys take away stage 1, take away stage 2, and lose it all in the final.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, every track has that opportunity. But here, I would venture to say we're looking at it being 2.5 miles. It's almost like a long Talladega scenario. Anything can happen.
All right. Well, we have a couple of more drivers. Have some qualifying to do. They have run out of time, though. Looks like Dylan Banks did not make it out of the out of pit road there, so he was unable to get going out there on the track. So he is going to be starting from the back, obviously. Stella, is that going to be because any sort of penalties we may be dealing with tonight?
Not that I see for him. Dakota Moniz, Kyle Gilbert, Eric Sobel, Walker Thomas, Michael Boyles, and Justin Bland. If they are on the track tonight, they will probably be having a non-qualified start.
Ugh, yuck. Now, hopefully they're going to be able to bounce back. Right now, I'm showing almost 30 drivers out here on the track tonight, and this should be very difficult. To see a few people shooting up to the front. All right, always we head out to the chat right before we go starting on the grid here for tonight. And Jay, you seem to be the active one here tonight, as he's already saying this is a rectangular oval that it is. We'll see guys shooting around the short chute. That'll be between 3 and 4, and guys definitely making a few passes here. I noticed at Indianapolis that the best places to pass are actually almost dive bombing into 1 or dive bombing into 3 to get the line on the way in. But still, looks like Drift
Yeah.
King is joining us out here as well. And go ahead and give me your input before we get to our starting grid.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just thinking, yes, the dive bombing action is almost a necessity here.
Yep. All right. Well, what do you say we go ahead and bumper count resetting? Love it. Love it. All right, let's go ahead and get our starting grid here for tonight and get this one underway. Jacob Malone and Matthew George will be starting in the front row. That is going to be fantastic. I think Matthew George, this may be his time to shine. He's been kind of hanging out in the shadows for a while, but I definitely hope that number 5 can come alive here tonight, as he is the only Chevy occupying the top 5. Tim Harper sits third. Waylon Turner is sitting in that 4th position. We saw how his number 2 was looking out there. Not bad, but we move on to now Nathan Brzezowski. Oh, yeah, that name is so large we couldn't even fit it in there. Looks like he's going to be starting 5th next to Tom Senchak. Yeah, Jake Christenberry's name did fit, though. Obviously, he'll be starting in the 7th position next to Aaron Krolick. Krolick looking to try to avoid a rage fit tonight, as he's been bashed and beaten up over the weeks. Corey Harville starts 9th, and rounding out our top 10, Cody Height. Not bad. The 84 machine getting a solid start here tonight. Cody Reeder will be starting right behind him with Kyle Rochelle in the 27. Now, Rochelle, oh man, is he praying for a good night? We talked to him a little bit before the race, and he said, if I could just get out of a race without any incidents, I should be able to have a solid top 5 finish here tonight. We're going to hold him to it. Cody Eldred will be starting 13th next to Cameron Thompson. Blake Hoppy trying to work on it, starting in 15th, about halfway through the field, where Ryan Ferraro sits as well. He'll be to his outside for the North Star Motorsports gang. Seeing now Kevin Gunther starts 17th, Thomas Walter 18th. Justin Moody and Scott Kerberg, not the qualifying time that they wanted here tonight, so they're going to be battling from about midfield on back. Dylan Banks will start 21st. Josh Conover, still no qualifying time for him. He'll start 22nd with Dakota Moniz. And I believe Jacob Gladelick is our race control here for tonight. Boy, I hope they got rid of that little car and we stay with the next-gen car. I think that one looked a heck of a lot better, and the size probably helped the guys out. Brandon Dunford, Kyle Gilbert, Nick Geilis, and Adam Kulikowski just about round out our field here in the back. But Peyton Howell in the number 22 machine, he's going to be looking to see if he can get going. Right now, I don't see Geilis or Peyton Howell behind the wheel, so that is going to be a difficult start if these guys don't return out here to the track. We are about to get underway here. Pace truck lights are out. Jacob Malone looking to have a fantastic night here tonight, and he's really got to hold on to it. This track will loosen up faster than they expect it to, and the key is for them to continue charging forward. And I know it may sound weird, but the looser it gets, they've got to figure out how to hold on, and they'll be able to pull away, while you'll find out the ones who just aren't set up for this are going to be marching toward the back. Let's get this one underway. We are under green here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Away we go. Jacob Malone, Matthew George out front. George already getting a little dive bomb feature there. You notice from Tim Harper's. Harper sends it to the inside, and he almost continues to the inside. Way loose here for Tim Harper, and now he's going to have to check up a little bit. But you can't do that when you're in the top 5 here, as he's already got the driver of Nathan Brzezowski all over him here. Right now, that rear bumper is if Harper can't get this thing under control. Harper now dives into 3. Matthew George wants to slide down to the bottom, but still can't. Still looking for a little more room, and Jacob Malone salutes and see ya. He is gone 1 second already here on the first lap. But Stella, tire strategy is going to matter as well, and we talk tires every single race. Right now, Jacob Malone hopefully is going to get out to a quick lead, and then definitely probably dial it back to last till for the first stage.
Yeah, we do not want to fry those tires off in any way, shape, or form. I saw more tires go go onto cars on the Indianapolis Sunday than I've ever seen. But some names you're missing tonight is Ryan Patty, Dylan Dunford, Nick Geiler, and Vince Arthur. They are race. So if you're wondering why they are not here and they're your favorite to root for, they've got to sit this one out for meeting the 5 caution mark.
Whoa, 5 caused caution, so definitely if they are under a suspension, That is unfortunate. They've definitely got to clean up their act. It's hard to also say when they go back and they do review it to make sure the right person is being charged for the caused caution. It is not just because you were involved in one. That's something completely different of running too many incident points. But that is just they are looking to see who caused the caution and how many times they do it. And unfortunately, those gentlemen have been put under the microscope now. Once they do come back, they still have a probationary period. So guys, if you are looking to join an excellent league, this is one I would probably definitely circle on the calendar. If you're not interested in circle on the calendar. And if you're not interested in watching and think you can hang with these guys, definitely apply to the National Racing Association. And trust me, there are a bunch of them out there. With Ryan Ferraro, he's going to have a whole bunch of right front fenders if he keeps that up. Contact with the wall heading into the following turn. It looked like the exit made contact. And he's still trying to keep it together and shoot down the front stretch. Doesn't seem any worse for the wearer, but he dropped back down to 17th. Ferraro, he's going to have some trouble here tonight, but he's got Chevys around him, so he should be feeling pretty confident.
Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of everything as far as Chevys and Toyotas, but like you say, top three are Fords.
Yeah. Oddly enough, top three are Fords. Most of what led at Indianapolis were Toyotas. We'll see if that does kind of come down. Barry breaking into the top five of his Toyota. Corey Harville now fighting up there 4th, 7th. But I got a feeling Harville's in some danger here as he's on the outside of a 3 wide. Tom Senchak on the bottom, and it looks like Cody Reeder finally returning back here to the NORA and being able to put on a decent battle here. I know we've seen Cody Reeder out there, but where you're missing his counterpart, and unfortunately it looks like the Venku team is down one driver, unfortunately. Hopefully we will see him return before the playoffs as we see Cody Reeder still trying to look out there for a solid top 3 finish. I think he can do it, but we are already getting people calling out there for a car to be taken apart right now. Jacob Malone is the only driver to hit under 52 seconds. Right now, these are everybody's last lap times and almost their best last lap times, at least for the top 5. Right now, he is hitting a 52.67, which is blazing fast. Right now, he is smoking the field here. And here we go. There's Tim Harper trying to look at him as he's slowly turning into a speck. Right now, that has reached over almost 3.5 seconds. 5 laps into this one.
Yeah, but everybody out there is pushing hard, and I appreciate that. I mean, from 11 to 26 about, you are looking at their best lap times being produced. So that's not, they're not sitting there hanging out drinking lemonade.
No, not at all. And right now they're still fighting it, though. Right now I'm checking in on Josh Conover, who's moved up 5 positions to get back to 17th. And we talked earlier about 17th. Ryan Ferraro has 1 position now. He is getting going. Let's check in on Hoppy. I think Hoppy might be under fire here a little bit. Looks like the 91 machine here on the inside. 91 and the 41. That is Cameron Thompson. You're used to seeing him in the number 2 out there. Tire discounter's machine, but he is checked out. And it looks like that is the Clover machine. If anything about Clover, actually, I wonder if that's Clover Connect out there that runs credit card machines and any kind of banking that you may do. Cameron Thompson out there, all right. He's still trying to hold on to his. It looks like it may be a 2-for-1 here already, sliding on around. Hoppy gets around, Thomas Walter gets around, and now Ryan Ferraro is taking a peek here to the inside. So obviously the inside line is the strongest and is the fastest, but you've got to dive in heading into these turns. So a lot of these guys may have actually taken some notes out there that is the way to pass out here. Watch the 41 of Cameron Thompson. Take a shot here to the inside of Thomas Walter. He's going to take an angle and kind of shoot right into the turn, and he should clear him here.
Yeah, it looks like Conover's going to follow that line.
Yeah, Conover starting to run out of speed, though. Right now, that dirty air is causing him trouble. You can notice that car has ended up with almost no power. He's trying to fight his way through. And right now, who's out there in the lead? Jacob Malone. 5 seconds now he's reaching out, and he is still picking up speed. This is actually mind-blowing. Right now, 52.67. His last lap time was a 52.69. And he just broke his own record for running through turn 1 and 2 with a 26.40. So right now, if you guys are statisticians and kind of watching out there on some of these times, he is still flying around this track, and it does not seem he's even slowing down at all. Now, I would question and would assume we are going to need a pit stop before we head to our first stage. So we may see Jacob Malone come down here, throw fuel in enough to get to the stage, and then and sling back out there. I don't think he'd probably take tires with the amount of lead he's got here.
Any idea what the time, not just in pit box, which differs with their choice, but what's the average time down pit road?
We may be looking at almost a minute.
Ooh, wow. Okay, so no matter what, he's going to lose position. I'm just thinking, if he's 5 seconds ahead, what are the chances he can get in, get fuel, get back out, and not lose his place?
It's possible. Now, we've seen a couple of times that, guys shooting around the track here, having opportunities, but if you see Jacob Malone coming down, you can probably assume that everybody else on the track will have to come down, and they will have to pit as well. It's hard to say because Joey Logano actually won there at Nashville Superspeedway and ran over 100 laps without having to pit. And his average engine run time per caution lap was 3 seconds. So he would cut the engine off and coast the entire track. And then
oh my heavens.
Sidestep the clutch, fire the car up again, get back up to speed, and then let off again. So is that a possibility that Malone may get out to, let's say, a 6.5 second lead here, and then all of a sudden start being conservative on the fuel, 110%, and we'll see his strategy. Right now, whatever he's doing, his key was to get out front and make it work. Kralik getting into the side of Cody Reeder here. Reeder, that's exactly what we were seeing on Sunday. Reeder now shooting to the inside, and that's exactly what they were able to do. Break that draft and dive bomb into number 3. And you can see they got plenty of room to work here, but now Cody Reeder's going to be able to hold side by side as Kralik tries to keep it off the wall.
Yes, yeah. Some of these guys have already made a little bit of redesign on their right-hand side paint, but I'm surprised that we're getting a little bit of touching between cars. But so far, no fouls, no crunch. Sorry, was that Sunny D?
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, no, don't try to redesign the safer barriers. They do move, but it's not a good thing.
No, it's not.
And let Jay know there's 7 sets of tires.
All right, yep, there should be 7. I believe there's a set on the car.
Plus 7.
Yep, and then plus 7, really?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't fix me during the race info?
Did you say?
I said 5. Holy cow.
On my information, it says additional tire sets 7.
All right. Looks like Jacob Malone right now is actually starting to slow down here. Last lap time was a 52.91, still at least 0.2 faster than Tim Harper. But only at least 2 other drivers have almost matched that pace that Jacob Malone was doing with a 52.92, 52.93. We'll take a look at some of those best times as Aaron Kralik is taking a look here on the inside of Cody Reeder. Reeder's trying to see if he can reach out for Harville to help pull him back forward, and it works. A little extra draft help keeps him out from Aaron Kralik as his attack was almost successful. Able to fend him off for a couple more turns here, and now Cody Reeder's got to figure out what he wants to do. If he can get a good run here, he may sling back to the inside and work on it again. Another driver in a black and gold car making a move here. Here's Tom Senchak. Senchak looking to fight around Matthew George as he flies into turn 1 here.
Ooh, yeah, Matthew George had a little touch problem. Yep, with the back end.
Like Harville into the wall. Right now, the 92 Toyota looks like he may have suffered some right front damage here as his car is slowing down. See if we can get our drone footage out there. Yes, he is.
Oh, yes. Time for the 200-mile-an-hour tape.
Yep, well, we'll see. Obviously, you can see any pit road can beat it down and smash it back all together and then try to tape it. But it's still going to result in some aerodynamic issues here. All right, we may have our first taker down pit road. It looks like it's going to be Aaron Krolick. Yep, first and only driver coming down pit road right now.
Okay. Now, would you figure he is coming down out of off-pit cycling or necessity?
I would love to say off pit. Right now, he's looking at it halfway through this stint here. So before he makes it to stage, he's going to pit, and we'll see how this works out. Right now, sitting 5 seconds in the box so far, and we're still waiting to see when he emerges. This may be a fuel and go out there for Mr. Krolick.
Yes, it is.
And out there he goes. So now everybody else is talking to the crew chief, saying, all right, he fuel and go. He's looking to possibly save some tires here. What's going to happen?
Ooh, yep, we got a couple.
All right, Conover. Oh, Sunday evening, having some trouble. Trying to stay tacked up there. Right now, Height, Conover. Looks like Thompson, Kevin Gunther. Looks like he made it right inside that commitment cone.
Wow. Very close.
Yeah. Right now, these guys have got to be very careful out there. Malone as they capitalize on every mistake made out there. Now up to 6 3/4 seconds out front. I mean, right now this is crazy right now for a track this heavy into a little bit requiring of the draft. See if we can get those position numbers changed. That should be our driver in the 26th position, about to go a lap down. Gunther goes a lap down, looks like the number 25th driver. Krolick is about to be in some trouble.
And Jake Christenberry and Justin Moody have decided to take their licks. Dakota Moniz also into the pits.
All right, as our driver in the final position, you do see Jacob Malone trying to see if he can break the draft or catch up to the draft, as you see Krolick trying to make a swift move here, getting out of there. Right now, that should be Conover he's passing right there. Right now, I'm a little concerned about Conover's speed here. I don't know what's going on. I think he just came out of pit there, and he's trying to get up to speed as Krolick leaves him, and I believe our leader is heading on the way down. Nice and smooth. In he goes.
So.
Does everybody else join him? Yes.
Yes.
I believe Waylon Turner is not, though. Waylon Turner may take the lead here and lead his first lap, and he does.
And Cody Reeder, Corey Hartville, and Blake Hoppy also choose not to go in.
Yep, right now it shows I'm showing the top 5 right now. Turner, Reeder, Hartville, Hoppy, and Eldred are the ones still out there on the track. Jacob Malone, I'm sure, will have a fast pit stop time and get back out. Right now, they've got to hurry up. Stella, we were talking a little bit about pit time. Yeah, I was said about a minute. I was pretty close, 52 seconds, depending on what you're doing. We did have some drivers elect for tires and fuel, and that would actually be, I believe it was Kevin Gunther, Justin Moody, Dakota Moniz, and Kyle Gilbert. They all took 4 tires. So did Adam Kulikowski. Looks like they may be trying to switch something up, put a set of fresh tires on there and shoot their way up to the front.
How about the fact that Jacob Malone took 4 tires and fuel?
I wonder if he thought he couldn't hang here. So we'll see if that does cost him, though. Right now, everybody who's been taking tires have ended up a lap down.
Yeah, if he was running 52 seconds on a lap, and it's taking them 52 seconds down, grab fuel and go, and some of these guys are now taking tires also, yes, I can see definitely as to where they would get lapped.
Well, Jacob Malone has taken tires, and he's going to get back out there. My biggest concern right now is he slides up to the 6th position, so he is going to reobtain the lead. And he's going to be ahead by about 4 seconds over Jake Christenberry. Our top 5 still need to pit. Well, now top 4. Cody Reeder is on his way in the pit. So Jacob Malone is going to, he's going to get a hold of the lead with a 4-second lead and fresh tires. Looks like Jake Christenberry may have only taken 2. Aaron Krolick slings up to 3rd. Not bad here for his pit call. But he did not take any tires on that car.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. But it's kind of one of those things we want to scribble down here, Stella. Is notice the distances these other guys are going. So this is going to kind of be our prelude out there to stage 3, where we go from 60 to 96.
Right.
Can these guys stretch it the entire route?
Well, it ends up being 30, 30, and 36, correct?
Right.
So it all comes down to the last 6 laps, which, I mean, like you say, this weekend, those guys were doing some strange stuff in those last 10 laps.
Yep.
So, but
still staying out there, Waylon Turner.
Something I do want to bring up is tonight's race. Most of the time, the track has maybe like the qualifying, debris or whatever. Sometimes nothing at all, and it'll be a perfectly clean track. Tonight's track is already at 35% at the beginning of the race, and they are also looking at a 50% chance of rain. Because they had 2 hours of rain after qualifying. So this track has got a different feel to it, and I would not be surprised if it starts to cool down with this overcast sky.
Okay, so we're concerned a little bit about that part. I remember you've discussed before about what a clean track will do and how guys are going to stay out there and still remain fast. Scott Kerberg is actually going to stay out here. Does not gather the lead before he passes the line, though. So it looks like he's going to go around one more time, I believe. Cody Height is still staying out as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That is our leader. And the 2 guys in front of him haven't pit yet. Boy, they're going to have to make it 9 more laps, though. Turner marches out of the top 10 here. He's still going back, probably going to fall down on 15th. Right now, not bad. Stella, I don't know if you noticed, check out the distance between most of our drivers. Guys are single file down here.
Everywhere. This is when you say, oh, thank heavens for a staged caution. But you have a question out in the chat. Mr. J.
Where's Waylon Turner from?
I'm glad he's asking you.
Did not get the question.
Oh, he's probably asking if he's come from another league, or do we know?
Oh, he's asking the town. I'm fairly certain you say that like
Nacogdoches.
Yeah.
No, with an SH, I think. Nacogdoches.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I said.
J. Stella, right now we still are looking at Scott Kerberg and Cody Height, 2 rookies here in this league, still out there. Kerberg turns it in, and now Cody Height turns it in. Jacob Malone regathers the lead here, and we're going to see the distance between him and Jake Christenberry, and it's looking like 4.5 seconds.
Yep. Boy, you called a good one on that. So basically, he made it in, got 4 tires and fuels, regained the lead with the same amount of distance as he had before he went in.
Just about. Just about. He came in with about 6.5 seconds ahead.
Ah. Very cool. This is a neat old track, you know?
Yeah. Well, especially having the Brickyard. I like that nostalgia part of the track. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Being able to leave the last yard of it there. That's pretty sweet. But I'm fairly certain this track actually was all brick at one point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They just a couple months after it opened, they were like, we don't like this dirt so much. So they decided to kind of pave it. And they didn't, paving wasn't really a thing. I mean, it says there were only a few miles of public road paved at the time. So they didn't really know what would work best. So they tried a whole bunch of different putting down cushions of sand, trying bricks with mortar, bricks without mortar, and everything else. So they finally ended up using 3.2 million 10-pound bricks to the track. Each one hand laid over a 2-inch cushion of sand and then leveled, and the gaps filled with mortar. Can you imagine?
That would probably have been one of the smoothest rides ever.
Yeah. All right.
Well, they probably, because I thought the cars running back in the day used to look like old, like soapbox derby cars with tires. With wheels, tires, and motor.
That is a good description. They, they were a tad bit blocky, but they ran. They did their thing. But even motorcycles were racing at this track. So they thought it was pretty cool to have it paved versus flying dirt, I suppose.
Huh. And also, this is a really interesting top speed track. You get around turn 3, turn 4, and then to the floor all the way. As fast as you can go, and then check up just a little bit and lean into one. And I'm fairly certain you said that turn 2 at Pocono was supposed to mimic this.
I do believe.
Work it. Come on.
You like to make me jump back to my other. So, I take so many notes. It's disgusting.
These were your own facts.
Yes. Turn 1 was Trenton Speedway. Turn 2 was Indianapolis, and Turn 3 was the Milwaukee Mile. Cut me some slack. Yeah.
All right. Right now, Kyle Rochelle. This is the battle for the 4. And right now, Kyle Rochelle does make the clear. Not bad. That'll get him a little bit extra here at the stage. Kralik looks like he's now marching back. Nathan Brzezowski still holds on to a 3rd spot. And right now, podium position-wise, I'm occupied with 2 Fords. And sitting in that 2nd spot is Jake Christenberry and his Toyota. Not bad here for our guys out there on the track. Having a heck of a night here tonight. I'm not showing any, right now, any penalties or anything, any speeding penalties. Unfortunately, remember we said Corey Harville made contact with the wall.
Yes.
Mr. Harville is a lap down. Spent almost a minute and 11 seconds down there trying to get that front end straightened out. I think he's not interested in continuing damaged out there.
Yeah, I'm sorry I got caught up with Jay.
Yep.
Jay's giving me props. I like it. But, but if he makes it, as long as nobody else goes down, he'll be back on the lead lap in 2 laps.
Yep.
I would not.
Yeah, should be at the stage. He's going to get the wave around here. He'll be back onto the lead lap. We'll kind of see here. Right now I'm seeing Cody Height. I believe is the only one dangling close to going a lap down here. Scott Kerberg is a lap down. He hung out there the longest.
Okay. Yeah. Just run away. Yeah, now Kerberg will go. Yeah, it's the lucky dog.
All right, Christenberry still out by 6 seconds of catching Malone here with a couple of laps left to go. Now, I wouldn't say this is not a boring race, but it definitely gets spread apart quickly. Most of your restarts are going to be guys hammering doors, and that's why they're trying to win it on lap 1, because this is what happens. You got guys so spread apart out there that no one can find anybody right now.
I was gonna say, this is like that television show Alone. It's just, how long can you stay out here all by yourself? But now is our first stage caution, and everybody will be neighbors again.
Right. Not bad there by Jacob Malone. Fantastic run here. I guess Joey Stats would be especially proud of seeing how his driver's doing out here for the Beer Money Racing League. Not bad at all here by Jacob Malone. And I am going to take the opportunity and grab a hold of Jacob Malone. Jacob, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Dude, you are right now, your car is going to be blown into bits. How in the world are you making this kind of speed out here tonight?
Honestly, I don't even know, to be honest. It's just where, like, I'm comfortable when it comes to the track temperature. Like, you know, this track is very dependent on that, and, you know, I ran a few races, like official races this week, so I was able to kind of get a feel of different track temperatures. And it started off, it was at, like, my zone, where I find the most grip, where I have the most pace. So I was able to just use that to my advantage and pull away. Didn't really see much tire fall off. I mean, it's there, but not that bad. So I think this works in my area.
But bad enough that you took 4 tires on a green flag pit stop.
I had enough room, and we have enough tires, so I was like, you know, I also wanted to see how, like, because it did cool off, and so it enabled Jake to at least put some lap times in it, you know, close in a few times. It was like lap times, maybe 5/10s. But you know, after we got you know, past like the 5 lap mark, I was able to pull away. It's a bit weird, you know. It's
Yeah,
hard to
but
judge.
I'm just thinking you're worried about somebody getting 5/10ths faster, and you are 5 seconds ahead of them.
Well, I just wanted to test out like how like fresh tires will affect
It's
the change of
working.
track.
I'll be the
Yeah.
first to tell you, it's working.
It is. It's working.
Man, oh
So
man.
it's a lot of fun though.
Oh yeah.
That it is. Is there ever going to be a point in this race that you think you're only going to need to make a 2-tire stop out there?
It depends on if how close people are to me. By the time we make green flag stops, I don't think I would ever take one under yellow, but maybe green if I need to win the race.
Okay, well, we're kind of poking around a little bit, seeing any kind of different strategies that might actually be coming, you know, kind of showing its head up here a little later on this race. Some took 2 out there. I think Christenberry only took 2 and was able to get close. You know, he was the only one out able to reach you since the beginning of this race. Good launch out of pit road there, not bad. Jacob Malone with a 14:27 in the box. Out you go, man, and one of those things out here I noticed from some of these guys out here is just that they're going to try to offset and undo what you are doing out there. What is it going to take? What are you nervous about that may be a hole in your game here?
Yellow flags.
Ah. No, you cannot be not confident on your restarts.
Well, it's not the restarts. It's more getting cycled back with people staying out, me pitting, and you dealing with like traffic. That's the biggest
Okay.
problem. That's what took me out at Pocono, and so it's definitely a factor here today if that situation happens again.
Okay.
All right. Looks like Cody
Like it.
Height is in front of you. Huh.
I think he stayed out. He pit pretty late in the stage, so he was able to just chill out.
Yeah, he only pit once so far. Patrick on lap 22.
Yeah.
So.
Now, it's definitely going to mean he's going to end up with he's only going to make it a little bit this next stage. And then he may have to pit again before we head into 3. Boy, I don't know. That's why I'm in the booth and you guys are behind the wheel. I'm hoping right now they're going to give, I think Harville, I don't think he's going to get a wave around here, but we're definitely going to keep our eyes peeled. Jacob Malone, congratulations on your stage 1 finish, man. We're going to kind of hold our breath and see how you do in the upcoming run.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Oh, you too.
Yeah, I don't ask for his shout-outs because right now the way he's racing, I got a feeling we're going to be talking to him again. right now how his race has been going here tonight. Fantastic run. Cody Height does go ahead and stay out there, and Harville should get the wave around. And he does, but Harville pit on lap 17. So no choose cone will matter for Mr. Harville here, as he will be starting at the end of the longest line.
Okay. So both of them got their lap back, though, both Kerberg and Harville.
Right now, currently, yes.
I'll be darned. Okay.
But Harville had to sacrifice a pit stop to get out here and do this.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yep, so he's going to be in a little bit of trouble here when it comes to making it happen. All right. Say we take a look at our fancy choose cone car. Getting our last couple of drivers out there. All right. Oh. I was waiting to see if the choose cone car was going to magnetize to Corey Harville there.
Oh, no.
That would have been funny if the choose cone car started wandering up toward the wall. All right. Pace truck will be exiting. And we are getting ready to go back underway here. Come on, baby. Where we at?
Ready.
Here we go. Jacob Malone out front. Old tires out front. We got drivers loose here in the back.
Old tires and cold tires. Neither one is going to work too well here.
Yeah, sidestepping there. Already having some trouble. Already out front. Height has got the clean air. Right now, this is them trying to break the draft. Let me see if we can get a little bit of a chase cam here. Yeah. There looks like everybody is trying to stay in a line here. Yeah, right now that is Christenberry actually dropping down just a little bit there, trying to switch it up a little bit. As you can tell, that does not work out for him. Christenberry now leaving the screen.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious what an unusual attack approach. When I see guys swerve like that, I just am so afraid of them coming loose and spinning around.
Now, speaking of loose, right now Josh Conover is going to be looking out that inside window, right past the netting, at Nathan Brzezowski, who's smoking the tires out of two. Man, he is sending this thing. And right now Brzezowski is taking a hit here as he is falling back in the number 6 Ford. Up there battling with Conover for 6, loses 6 positions now as he's hanging out around Kyle Gilbert and Cody Reeder. Into the wall goes Harper. Harper now going to be our slow car top side. Already from this view, it doesn't look like too much damage was collected up by Tim Harper, but it did slow him down. Right now, I think Malone is setting him up here. Cody Height taking a look. Malone, no can do. I didn't know if he was going to try fire it in there on turn 1. Right now,
No,
Malone's
not
sitting
yet.
behind him right now. Isn't attacking just yet. Oh, there's the nudge. He's taking a look to the inside. Excellent job here. Jacob Malone taking a shot here to the inside line, and he makes it clear. Krista Berry might follow along, seeing if they can send Height to the back, but look at Tom Senchak.
Yeah, they are holding in there with him. I'd say if your tires will let you do it, follow that line.
Height goes in the matter of the turn and the backstretch from first place to out of a podium position. Down to 4th. Now Malone is going to try to put on the distance and see how far he can go, and he's stretching it already. That's impressive when somebody can't keep up with the draft or reel you in. You can just start putting on the distance. There's another 10th. That is between 1 and 2. Coming out of 2, another 10th. So now he's up to half a second. Not bad here. So Jacob Malone taking back off after his stage win. Gonna see if he can collect another one. outside line here. That's Thomas Walter taking a look to the inside here in the orange and blue machine. Yep, Thomas Walter in the 57 Chevrolet. Out on the inside, Ryan Ferraro Chevrolet aiming for the inside. This right now is kind of the battle for 17th, as unfortunately the number 3 of Cody Eldred is marching backwards.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. I thought Ferraro took off the back of his car. But it sure did get Eldred to bump it up, and he is taking off.
Yeah, Ferraro having a little bit of trouble out there. We've seen him making some questionable moves out there. Come down the backstretch. And the 3 working their way through the short chute here. I'm not seeing Ferraro looking to make any moves. Dylan Banks as well. And oddly enough, Stella, we talked a little bit about a few drivers out here, and Dylan Banks is one of the ones that you expect to see up front most of the time. He was on a solid win streak there for a while. We're noticing him starting from the back of these races, and I'm wondering if that 48 Ally machine's doing okay out there.
I don't know. He started in 21st, and right now that's where he's gliding. Don't know if he's comfortable there, and we're just waiting for a last stage burst, or whether this just isn't his night.
Now, Stella, this isn't like Talladega, and you can sling through the entire track. Unless for Kyle Larson, now, how he went last weekend, picking up almost 10 to 14 positions in a matter of 20 to 25 laps. That was impressive. Coming from behind. Looks like Malone may have had a little stumble there as Senchak is starting to reel him in. I don't know right now if Malone is having some trouble out there, but it looks like he is coasting at this point.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. I mean, Senchak passed Christenberry and has not looked back. He's like half a second ahead of him now.
Right now, Tom Senchak won't look back, and we will.
All right.
Jacob Malone, 69 Ford out front. Tom Senchak's 26 Chevrolet is sitting second. Jake Christenberry in the 93 Toyota hits in that number 3 spot. Still a couple of more drivers out there, Stella. Right now, I'm expecting to see Waylon Turner come back alive here. Right now, he is under fire. Outside line there for Height, as Height is marching back still. Remember, I was talking earlier about, I don't know how that pit strategy is going to help him here, but we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, Waylon Turner took a fly to the inside, something fierce while we were looking out the rear view there, but seems to have held it, and maybe that was just a planned fresh air gulp, and he's back in line again.
Yeah, still marching on through. Cody Height does round out our top 10. Aaron Krolick taking a look. He wants to get past him, though. Aaron Krolick, one of the ones who came in on lap 31, along with everybody else. Showing any battles out here on the track. A couple of guys are taking some looks. Taking an eye toward the inside, popping back out, not looking at it. Adam Kulikowski trying to see how he's doing. He's up 5. He's up to now 23rd.
And we have takers to the pit.
Yep, here we go. First 3. Cody Height, Tim Harper, Thomas Walter. And I've got to say, it's probably Cody Height's time. Noticing he's marching back. Got to get back out there. But I do have to note that Corey Harville did come in on lap 38. Remember, he came in on 17, and unfortunately he did have to come in. And Harville is going to be battling most of this night to stay on that lead lap, if he can.
Yeah, to sacrifice that pit stop to get back on the lead lap, it's a shame Ten to have lost it.
All right, Aaron Krolick, Cameron Thompson. And look, yep, there's Adam Kulikowski getting in there just inside the commitment cone. All right, Malone stretching out his lead to a second and a half. Not as much as we saw in the first stage. Checking out our weather here. Track is heating up again. So notice how we're up to about 111, 110. He won that stage at 105.
Ah, okay.
And we started at 116, so right now the track is starting to heat up. Jake Malone might be slowing down, though. He's definitely dealing with some track changes. Josh Conover, Reeder, Dakota Moniz, Ryan Ferraro. Down pit.
Now, it's interesting to see the strategies of these latest pit takers. We've got some going 4 tires and fuel, and we've got some going fuel only. So it's
Yeah, I think it's kind of gutsy taking tires out there on a green flag. If you are taking tires on a green flag, you were losing position. You were losing position. I assume that 90% of people are going to take tires out there during a caution.
right.
Green. That's why I think it was so interesting to see how Jacob Malone took 4 tires, was still able to obtain the lead, and was already ahead by 4 seconds. Not having to defend it all. Let's see if we can rotate through here a little
Yeah.
bit. I think we got a driver coming around out there a little bit. I think the number 2, Waylon Turner, just got a quick shot there by Kyle Gilbert.
Look at that.
I may have gone all the way back to, I believe, the 57 machine, Thomas Baldwin. Checked in on Ferraro again. I think Ferraro's getting ready to make a couple of shifts. There you are. Say, it did look like somebody pitting there. I saw a little bit of tire smoke coming on that turn.
That would be Jacob Malone, actually.
Yes, it is. Jacob
Tom
Malone
Stenchak?
heading down.
Kyle Rochelle, Kyle Gilbert, and Jake Christenberry.
All right, Jacob Malone, driver from Tampa, Florida, out there. Now settling down into 8th. Still waiting to see if a couple more guys come on in. Waylon Turner is staying out. That's Ferraro working his way out of pit. Trying to get back up to speed here. Keselowski stays out. Well, let's see if the number 6 decides to change his mind. Yep, and in he goes. Normally they help signal by staying to the bottom of the track before they enter the pit road. He was changing his mind by moving up toward the top. That's why I was saying that. All right, checking in on Cody Eldred, setting in the number 3. I'm fairly certain we are missing our driver who is in the number 3.
No, stop it. Ooh.
But Nick Giles.
Yeah, but he's not allowed to be here tonight.
Fill in.
Done that before.
Dylan Banks working his way out of pit road now. You've got to be careful. If you cross over that white line, that is an illegal exit of pit road.
That was okay?
Yes.
Oh, God.
That exit there, yes. Now you see how they get coming out of pit. They run up close to that white line to get the hook down and in.
No touching.
Yep. Keselowski actually lost the race by doing that.
Oh, no.
Way around the turn, the car just straightened out on him.
Jeez. So Justin Moody, our sole partaker of pit road right now, is headed on his way back out after 4 tires and some fuel.
Justin Moody sitting in our points chase there out there for Prestige TRD, because he is also joined by the number 93 out there of Jake Christenberry.
Well, our points currently are not up to date. We are waiting for a little bit of, yeah, well, that is not something I have control over. But yeah, no. The last I have is Nashville.
We've talked a couple of times about drivers are made trying to trip somebody up, change it a little bit, make it move around, try to aim things at a different direction, and try to change their game plan to offset Jacob Malone's fast speed out here. And I think Jake Christenberry's found the ticket. Right now, he will regain the lead once Eldred and Hoppy work their way back into pit. Right now, that does leave these two only separated by about 0.2 of a second.
Yes.
Yeah, right now they seem to have Malone's number here.
Well, but so did Kralik, because last time after they, split and Malone was headed up front, followed by Christenberry and Kralik, he ended up passing Christenberry without a problem. Kralik did. So there's everybody's possibilities, but it's like a horse race. You can't have just a couple extra furlongs to get there.
Oh, Christenberry getting a little loose here.
Yes.
And Eldred's coming down pit. Blake Hoppy still hasn't come down yet. Last time Hoppy pit was back on lap 31. Right now he's up to at least 20 laps on a tank of fuel and tires. Still charging through right now. Waiting to see if Malone's going to take another shot at it here. I would wonder as Christenberry drops down to the bottom if Malone is going to continue to charge, and he does. Excellent move.
There he goes.
Excellent move. Right now, Malone will regain the lead, but it still goes to Hoppy. Hoppy out there in front of the 45 of Kulikowski.
Did he know that Christenberry was going to ride high right then? Or did he kind of stick a nose in and Christenberry says, whoops, I got to get out of the way? Was that his normal line that he took, and just at that point, Jacob decided to stay low?
Are we deciding? Are we talking about the dive into turn one?
The pass, yes.
Yeah, he had the run. And it looks like he got a nose past Christenberry, and then just kept on going.
Okay.
Because right now you see Malone not really worried about the draft. He's worried about straight line speed. More speed. Okay. I got to get out front. More speed, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. As Malone is out in front of Jake Christenberry. Looks like only 0.4 of a second though. 2 seconds beyond that is Aaron Kralik. Kralik's still holding on to it, but right now we're waiting to see when Hoppy decides to pit.
Well, Cody Eldred, when he came down on lap 50, he only took fuel. And it still put him in 17th from second.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch some of our times out here. What is making Hoppy decide to stay out? Right now, Hoppy is running a 53.78 his last lap. Jacob Malone out there is running a 52.64. So he is 1.1 seconds faster than our leader. And Hoppy's got to start taking that into account, and he does.
There he goes. So Blake Hoppy relinquishes the lead. And our new lineup is Jacob Malone, Jake Christenberry, Aaron Kralik, Kyle Rochelle, and Tom Senchak, 1 through 5.
How in the world can you fight up through this field when there's so little room to pass on such a large track? pit strategies are changing. I mean, what do you do? All right, let's check back here on Matthew George, who looks like he's looking to the outside of Kralik, and Senchak making a move. Clears Kyle Rochelle. Rochelle might go up there and give him a nudge. I don't know. the way that run was looking. Kyle Rochelle going to dial off a little bit there. And right now, Matthew George.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a mirrorful right now of Aaron Kralik. Still holding on with though. Matthew George in the number 5 Power Age Chevrolet. And the number 5 machine sitting 5th.
Looks like he's had a little run-in with the wall. Right front damage.
Yeah, you definitely better believe it. Now Kralik tries to use up as much of this track as he can, and if it's not to his liking, he'll hit it back to where he wants it to be. Oh. Looks like Kralik's going to take a shot here to the inside. Don't think he's going to have enough, though. A little help from Josh Conover. Didn't help him make a move here. Boink. Little nudge there. Conover making the move.
Look at this. He's got a lead follower. Get out of my way.
Well, right now, I would say teammates are teammates, and that's why Conover's going to help George here.
All right, well, that push sure did seem to get them both clear.
Yeah, that it did. Fantastic work out there by all our drivers. Not taking each other out in the race. Right now, Malone out there leading by a second. Kristen Berry sits second. Tom Senchak is sitting comfortably in third. Kyle Rochelle is chasing fourth. Josh Conover, Aaron Kralik, Cody Reeder. And rounding out our top 10 is going to be Dylan Banks. We got Tim Harper slinging off the race surface.
Ooh.
And he manages.
All right. Well, 4 laps till our next staged caution. Oh, I see some bonus points coming out.
Look here at what happened to Harper.
Link. Get off the wall or just avoid the wall?
Chance that we may be seeing Jake Christenberry coming up with another plan here to outsmart Jacob Malone. Malone does have a strong car as long as he can get it out front. We'll sit back here with Tim Harper as Kevin Gunther and Dakota Moniz kind of waltz around him. Blake Hoppy for the lead there for a little while, now sits 21st. There may be a chance that we see Hoppy not pit in this upcoming stage. If that were to be the case, where he does not pit, I'll say that's going to change up a few things because they may only need to pit once in the final stage. They're going to pit on the first third. And then they'll be able to run the final 2/3 of that run.
Okay. Well, many of these guys came down at 43, 46 after a lap 30 stage caution. I don't know. They don't seem to be running very long. Some of them.
Some of these guys just, I'm starting to wonder if time is starting to become precious here. I don't think a lot of guys have the time that they need to make the passes, or it's not getting any better. Here we go with Aaron Krolick to the inside. Looks like he's trying to knock Matthew George down one. Kyle Gilbert getting in it.
Yes, he's taking advantage of that.
Yep, right now, let me tell you, Kyle Gilbert looking for 9th here. He might have it. Right now, Krolick knows he's playing pinball out here. Who has it at the line? It looks like Krolick's going to get it.
I do believe.
Krolick, George, and Gilbert trying to squeeze out a couple extra stage points. As we get back under caution here, this will be stage number 2. Jacob Malone wins yet another.
Our top 3 for this stage: Malone, Christenberry, and Senchak.
Not bad out here. Guys, if you were looking to get your business out here, what better way to bring it to Simtrax Broadcasting here with the National Oval Racing Association. Get a shout out here and run your commercials. At the same time that we are under cautions or we have a stopping point in a race, be able to get a shout out out there and definitely help advertise for your business out there. If you're interested, you can get a hold of Josh Conover at NORA, or if you'd like to get across all our leagues, you can get a hold of broadcasting.com and apply. We are definitely open for sponsorship and suggestions. That would be excellent. 181 views so far here, Stella. We are at Indianapolis. This has been great here so far. Jay is the only one blowing up our chat, though. Do read it, guys. Go ahead and type it in. Tell me what you think out here, and what kind of racing you enjoy the most. Super speedways can be a little tough. Definitely end up taking tires and fuel into account. But I would probably say, Stella, I'm probably more of a short track guy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are, as far as, bunching up, a lot of action, things like that. But I'll tell you, these stands, granted, 2.5 miles gives you a lot of territory, but do you know that you're looking at like 257,000 seats? And the grand total, if you include all the other stuff up and above and everything, is like 400,000 people can fit in this stadium. That's insane. That's a lot of people in one place.
Yeah, that it is. Take a look at Blake Hoppy and see how he does. I wasn't sure if Hoppy was going to stay out.
No, everybody came in. Now, this will be interesting, because you're looking at guys that can probably make it the whole way, but will they try to strategize and hop back in for a fresh set of tires part way on a green just to get pushed up there?
Maybe. I would say if it's Jacob Malone, he's going to do business as usual. Nothing changes from here. He's won 2 stages. This one may be all him. And Stella, if I'm not mistaken, Jacob Malone's wins on the year are a goose egg, are they not?
Are they really? Hang on.
Come on, statistician.
Oh.
You should be on this. Let's go.
I get it. I get it.
All right. And Jay out there saying 709 subs and going. Yes. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I said, our next goal is 800. It seems we only got about 91 left to go. Jay says, we are aiming for 1,000. Of course, I just like taking baby steps. Get a few goals completed here.
But you're looking Jacob Malone, 2 poles, 6 top 5s, 7 top 10s, 5-stage wins, but no wins.
Oh, man, is he setting himself up for a win this time? Right now,
I
this is
think
looking... Well, right
pretty
now it's looking
good.
good, but this is always what happens, is it fumbles right here in the end. I do want to kind of poke around a little bit and see if I can get down to Prestige TRD, and we'll see if he has a little bit of a chance to have a chat with us out there, as the pace car lights are out. Should be going to a choose cone here. Jake Christenberry, you got a copy? Jake. Talking to me.
You know what? Fuck you.
Oh man, what? That's a shame.
I say you should talk to Tom Senchak and talk to him about the fact that he set the lap record so far tonight with a 52.4.
All right, well maybe we'll do that. I was really hoping we could get a hold of a guy who's almost been rubbing bumpers with our leader here all night. And Tom Senchak. We'll see if we can find Tom out there for late Apex Racing. I don't know. Stella, hold on just a second. Where are we out there on the track? I think they're about to go green. Last thing I want to do is grab somebody and end
Lord.
up kind of in a bad spot.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be
yeah.
them actually exiting 3 here.
Lights are out.
Yep.
Yes.
Jay says 1,000 has 4 digits.
4
Don't
digits.
do that to me. The OCD's kicking in. I'm fairly certain. I can't wait till we're able to put a vote out there on YouTube, because I'm going to ask silly things like, hey, do you have a problem with setting the radio to 40, 41, or do you have to move to 45 or down to 40? Turns
What?
out that's a big OCD thing. Is even adjusting the radio, it has to be at a different volume. Which, let's go ahead and crank it up a little bit here as Jacob Malone gets back off to a fantastic restart. Away he goes. Tom Senchak now in the second. He's battling on the outside of Christenberry. Christenberry wants to get second back, but it looks like Senchak's going to be in the chase. Senchak's going to be first up, trying to grab him. Nathan Brzezowski already losing connection here. Notice the smoke out of the right side of his car. Brzezowski on the outside of a 3 wide. Look who's coming alive. Dylan Banks breaks in the top 10. 4 wide heading down the backstretch here. Right now, Banks starting to play a little bit of game of chicken here as he's working his way toward a couple of other drivers, almost stand at a standstill. Dylan Banks working in on 10th. Brzezowski still holding 9th strong there. Not bad. Good turn there on the outside. He does make the clear. Yeah, right now, even Jay's saying there's a blinker out there. Nathan Brzezowski is one of them. Notice how Ryan Ferraro, he's going to see if he can dive bomb into 1 here, and sometimes that's the only way to get around a driver. Kevin Gunther should be the one he's looking at in the 55 machine, and a shot to the wall by Cody Reeder. Right now, Cody Reeder for KPR Motorsports having a tough time out here tonight. Right now, he's looking to boomerang back and get up to the front. Stella, you don't remember who his right-hand man was? Cody Reeder?
Oh, no.
What about Dustin Kleba?
Oh. I know that name.
Yeah, where is he? I think he's on a little bit of a hiatus right now. I knew he was pretty upset with what things that were going on out there. Nathan Brzezowski is guaranteed got an eyeball on him by RC out there with the amount of blinking he's doing in that Terminex machine, so they'll keep an eye on him. He keeps blinking out. They may have him march to the back, and man, what a way to lose a race. A little bit of connection issues. Jacob Malone, no, no way. Stella, this guy just broke his own record for his speed on the track with a 52.26.
Yes, that he did.
How is he? He is still picking up speed, but we get our first caution out here tonight. Waylon Turner. We finally get back to him in pieces. And I think Waylon Turner may be taking it back to the garage. That was a hit. Whatever happened out there was not a good one.
Well, we will find out what it was.
Yeah, we'll see as well. Nathan Brzezowski, He looks like he's heading to the garage as well.
Oh, really?
Yes. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm hoping this isn't contact with a blinker. Kozlowski got in some trouble. Way along. We'll see if we can find Waylon Turner first. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that was...
Whoa!
What on earth? I blinked. What happened?
Holy cow.
We're talking blink. Yeah, that was a definite.
He came out of the,
Oh.
looks like turn 2 here.
Just-
That car just sidesteps.
But-
Boom.
Okay. Oh my heavens, what a hit. Oh, that's painful.
Hits the same part of the wall that William Byron did.
That
Now let's
was
check
painful too.
add on Nathan Kozlowski here and see what his issue was. Yeah, I think he had a connection problem. He went and marched it out.
Okay.
Stella, I always like picking on our Choose Cone car
Why?
and giving him a little earful every now and then is since apparently you saw the Indy race as well. Not sure where you were sitting out there in the stands. Is Jacob Gladelick parked exactly where the Choose Cone market was?
Oh, you'll have to show me because I do know where their choose arrow was for Indy.
Yeah, the
I
Choose-
did see that.
Yeah, it was about 5 or 6 car lights after the start-finish line. They are
yeah.
still lined up before turn 3.
Okay.
Oh, Jacob Gladelick, you're in the wrong spot. That's all right. We'll still make good. We'll make do. I'll still give it to
I
Jacob
trust.
Gladelick for still showing up every night out here and doing a great job, making sure these guys are doing what they're supposed to tonight. Gut feeling tells me he'd love to be racing, though.
Yes.
So, Stella, we have everybody. Looks like they come down on lap 61 for some. Let's talk a little
would
bit
say-
about our drivers who did and didn't pit. So,
The
most
first
of them
12.
didn't here. Yep, from 12th on up. But our driver sitting in 5th, Kyle Gilbert, came in on lap 45.
I have been watching that actually and seeing how he manages. Because when I said absolutely everybody came down, at that stage caution, he did not. He was squeaking by unless we have a glitch or something. He has been out there, like you say, since lap 45.
Yep. Everybody else coming down and heading down pit road here. Cody Reeder actually spending an extended amount of time down there, almost a minute and a half now. I don't know if that car suffered some serious damage. Looks like there's still a little separation between the hood and the fender. But he should be able to patch that back together. Hopefully he's able to get back out there, as I believe pace car lights do turn out this time by. See how we go. Right now, I'll probably say Jacob Malone is really high on life here tonight. As we reach our palindrome of laps.
Very cool. Look at you go.
Alrighty. Stella, go ahead and take us through the top 10 here as we get ready to line up for the Choose Cone car.
Okay, I think I can handle that. We have Jacob Malone, Tom Senchak, Jake Christenberry at 27 of Kyle Rochelle, our mystery man, Kyle Gilbert, 46 in 5th place, Matthew George, Brandon Dunford, Cody Eldred, Ryan Ferraro, and bringing up the 10th spot, Mr. Tim Harper.
Alright, not bad as we shuffle through here. A couple of guys will be changing spots. And we'll see how that lands them.
Yee. Oh, you tease me.
Not bad. Choose cone time. Get back off, back in the bits.
Yeah, that's
back
pretty
out
cool. Jay says that 69 is leading on lap 69 of the 96 lap
Yep.
race.
Yo, that T-Mobile car just hit the wall.
No. Did he really?
There's damage to the right front wheel.
Did he get a little overzealous?
Hold on,
and,
I'm gonna try to be quick. I
Sweeties.
thought he just hit the wall. Yep, right there.
Holy moly.
Okay, well, let's get back to a bird's eye view here. Jacob Malone
That'll be
getting
the
pretty
last time he
excited.
reaches over to grab the water.
Yep. Oh man. Hopefully he doesn't pay for that. Right now he's sitting 8th. Hopefully that damage doesn't hurt him too bad. Oh man, what a cut here by Malone. Malone making a quick slice to the top. In front of Senchak, dives down to the bottom of 1, and that's going to give him an excellent pull.
Wow. Quarter second already. And he is not stopping with that.
Yep, some heat cycled tires here. Doesn't seem to be affecting him at all as he continues to put on the distance. I mean, that's just blowing me away right now. So far, so good as we rotate back to Josh Conover. Conover again sitting behind. Oh, man. Tim Harper and Ryan Ferraro have been going at it a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, we've had a little rubbiness racing.
Ooh.
But, yeah. Look at the snake. Awesome.
Yeah, that's everybody just trying to break that draft there. Unable to do so. Tim Harper still remains here on the inside as Ryan Ferraro makes a solid pull. Right in the middle of 1 and 2 here. I notice there is some trouble and some fighting going on out back. I think we're in the middle of a 3-wide. Cody Reeder's able to squeeze out of there. Reeder, remember, he was down pit road for 1 minute and 46 seconds. So fixed up a good bit of that damage. You can go back out there and go for it again. Now let's check in back at the Ferraro fight. Ooh, Ferraro lost the fight to Tim Harper. Now he's losing it to Josh Conover. Right now he's got to hurry up and fight to the inside.
Ouch.
Yep, highest driver who pit on lap 67 was Josh Conover. 4 tires for him and fuel.
Very good. He's up 12 for the night and now resting in the top 10.
Yeah,
But
close
not
in tow
comfortably.
Yeah, close in tow is Dylan Banks, though, who's sitting 11th.
That looks like one of your questions.
I don't know. I want him to explain to me the relation why he would think so.
Okay.
Trip me up here, bro. Let's go. Excellent job. All right. Appreciate all of you guys joining us here at Simtrax Broadcasting at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We've got 25 laps left to go. Still been a fantastic race here so far. Only one caution during this race that was unscheduled. That one, unfortunately, did involve Waylon Turner breaking loose coming out of 2, making contact with the wall and blowing that car to bits out there. Nathan Brzezowski looks like he is bowed out here, and he's gone back to the garage. Lap 65 is where he ended up. 26th place is where he is going to finish. Waylon Turner will finish 25th. Right now, we've already got still some trouble out here on the track with a couple of guys trying to find a different route to figure out what they can do to catch up to Jacob Malone. Malone leading the charge here still to this point. He has been nothing but hot. He's been strong, but stellar. We have almost got to weigh our options here that Jacob Malone may need to pit. He is going to need to pit again since he came in on 61. Now, I think the guys on 67 noticed how many laps it was going to take to make it to the end of the race.
Okay.
And I'm thinking our guys on 67 have just enough fuel to make it.
Yikes. Okay, then somebody needs to explain to me Kyle Gilbert. Yeah, having gone in.
I am praying that I am missing something via my stats page.
Okay.
I am praying that is the issue. Tim Harper here on the inside of Cody Eldred. Josh Conover wishes to follow. I think he's going to have the opportunity as the T-Mobile machine shuts the door. Now Conover's been doing some racing out there on the dirt to get it back to the asphalt. And I got to admit, from this angle, it looks like Conover's a little bit rusty here. I don't mean rusty Wallace, a little bit of rust here out there on the track. Right now he's going to need a Jeff Gordon finish if he wants to win this one.
Yeah, well, maybe just his rig is rusty. Dust off.
Driver ricocheting off the wall.
Oof.
Holy cow, who was that? I think that was Justin Moody ricocheted off the wall. Saw the yellow and black car hit hard and then bounce.
I wasn't sure if it was him or Reed.
Dealing with guys still pushing to find another angle. I'm noticing Cody Eldridge still on the outside here. It looks like Dakota Moniz is going to tire to the inside. I don't know if he's going to have enough here tonight to see if he can shoot on by, but he is still working it though.
Is and somebody else who's working is Senchak. You know, Thomas started to up to the point where, I mean, he was a half a second a little while ago. He's down to 0.36 behind.
Yeah,
That's
he is.
the closest we've had basically all night. After 3 laps, Jacob Malone basically has a full second. But this Tom Senchak is making good time.
Well, we talked to Jacob Malone earlier, and we sit here and weigh our options now, whether fuel economy is going to matter here right at the end. 20 laps to go. Jacob Malone pit on lap 61, but our drivers who pit on lap 67 are still churning their way up to the front. Conover and Dylan Banks are sitting 7th and 8th, and right now we are watching the battle of Mel Gilbert. It looks like right in front of Michelle. Ended up with a little bit of trouble out there. Everybody's squeezing on by. That's okay. Not bad. So we continue the battle here as Kyle Rochelle may have a fantastic finish here tonight. He needs one. Especially how he has been suffering in the points lately. But we still keep an eye on it here. But I was talking a little bit about that fuel economy. Is Jacob Malone starting to check up a little bit because he knows he might be running out of fuel? I'm wondering if he's starting to cut the engine off. Adam Kulikowski. Down pit road he comes. He's going to make dang sure he has enough fuel to make it to the end. I would expect to see Kulikowski throw on a set of tires, and he may be the upset and fly into the top 5 or top 10 tonight. If this does go sideways here, he'll already be ready. Still out front, Malone, Senchak, Jake Christenberry. Sitting third currently. It looks like Kyle Gilbert's trying to make a bid for that spot. And he does. He's got it here by about half his car. And no can do. That's the 41 out there, Cameron Thompson. He is a lap down. Still chugging around in there.
Yeah, now mind you, the only 2 that came in later in the lap 67 that are making inroads are Josh Conover and Dylan Banks. The rest of them are still sitting 14th and back. So I am curious to see, because that's not a marked difference out of the 8 up front and the 8 behind. Only 2 are making a dent into the top 10.
Yeah, they're still working it. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the page. You can definitely blow up that chat out there. Tell me what you think. Does Malone have enough fuel to make it? Is he going to be the winner of this race? Not with a knock to the wall heading out of 4. That definitely says that he's making the choice that it's going to be no. Senchak looking for the inside.
My goodness.
Yeah, Jacob Malone getting ready to lose the lead here.
It's our first challenge tonight.
Yeah, that it is. Right now we sit along with Jacob Malone. Look how close Senchak gets.
We just had 6 fellas take it to down the pits.
Yeah.
They are going to try for that last second set of tires, I bet. Oh, Tim Harper missed his box. And no, it does not look like these guys have gone down for tires.
Hold on a second. I think Malone, yep, draws the line. He's coming down.
Oh, wow.
But Malone said tires weren't that big of an issue here tonight, and I'm thinking he's talking about the count.
Okay.
So I would say
versus them
yeah, go
not
ahead.
wearing versus him saying they don't matter. Not that they're not wearing, but that you could change them at will because you have 7.
Yes.
Got it.
So right now, a big choice for him. Does he take 4?
I am watching.
I would assume Jacob Malone doesn't take chances. I think he's going to throw on 4 and get back out there.
He does.
Whoa.
Nah.
Remember what we talked about, is there going to be a point in this race that you're going to change your strategy, and there it was. So Jacob Malone gets back out onto the track in 10th. Tom Senchak working his way down, as well as Kyle Gilbert. Yeah, Gilbert trying to check up there right before that commitment cone, and Cody Reeder into the lead now. And one of the drivers that pit on lap 67 with 1 minute and 46 seconds down pit road, fixing the damage. He's got the lead.
Wow. Yeah, and Jake Christenberry followed his lead, Jacob Malone's lead, and taken 2 and running back out. But Jacob made good time. He's back in top 10, and Jake Christenberry's in 13th.
Tough right now. Senchak and Gilbert working their way out of pit.
Yes.
Malone trying to make the passes that he needs to. Malone to 9th now. And does Senchak hold him off?
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, he was finally having a challenger, and then all of a sudden, poof, Kyle Gilbert down.
There's Malone. Looks like he's going to be playing chase here.
Ooh.
Yeah, Senchak did take 2 tires as well.
This is going to be interesting.
So Malone now going to be chasing. Cody Reeder, Corey Harville, Cody Height, Justin Moody, and Blake Hoppy, our top 5, still out there. And they've been out there since lap 67. Not bad, as our first driver came in on 81 was Tom Senchak. And Jacob Malone came in on 80. Those two were only separated by about 0.6 of a second and fighting to reel each other in. All right, Blake Hoppy, that leaves us to the top 4.
But do you believe that the ones you were saying that pit on 67 could possibly make it to the end without coming in?
Maybe. That would require almost 30 laps under green.
Yes. Yeah, I was curious, because that would be wild.
Yeah, they seemed only about 7 laps short when they were trying to go the full stage.
Okay. Yeah, and this wasn't another 30. This was a 36.
Right.
So.
And I think somebody may have been gambling on another caution to come out.
I was gonna say we got 4 guys that were still out there on a 67 pit, and Justin Moody just came in.
That he did. Reeder, Corey Harville, and Height still out there. Stella, I don't know about you. We got a boatload of views here tonight. 252 for the night.
Oh,
And still
splendid.
counting, as we are still hammering down. 21 of you guys that got your eyeballs on us. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You don't have to hit the like button. It's okay. Liking will definitely save it for you if one of your favorite drivers out here is going to win it. But definitely subscribe. That way you guys can keep up to date on all of Simtrack's broadcasting and everything we bring to you tomorrow. We are actually out there with the Bandit Racing League. We'll be kicking that off at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Stella, you know where we are, right?
We are at Mid-Ohio Road Course.
Mid-Ohio. Fantastic. Mid-Ohio. All right. That should be an interesting race, seeing it will be a 1-hour endurance race. And they're going to try to hang out and hold on there. And I believe they will have an announcement tomorrow about the upcoming season as well. NORA still has plenty of races left to go here, seeing that we're only about 20 races in. I believe a 36-race season. So we've got plenty more to go, plenty more drivers to win some of these races. That way they can make sure they've got a solid position. And this is actually Corey Harville taking the lead over from Cody Reeder.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
Well,
Yeah.
Corey Harville, Cody Height, and Cody Reeder. 1, 2, and 3. He kind of started tongue twisting me here.
Oh, yeah. Cody Reeder just went ahead, turned it into the down pit lane. So our last two. Ooh. Where's Thomas Walter? Do we have a caution?
Caution.
Yes.
Yep, trying to see if we can find the location of Thomas Walter here. That should be him right there. Something tells me we got loose.
He was the only one I noticed that was off track, but he might have been avoiding whatever caused it.
Whoa. That's Brandon Dunford in the #1 machine. Got into the inside of him here. Wow, we got close.
And that's why we have a caution. Okay. Could have made it. But coming back up on the track like that. So, a little overhead. Perfect. Yeah, can't do that.
Yeah. That's about as good as it gets. He's, some would say, straight up turned him.
Yeah.
I think this is the one that gets me right there.
Oh. Yike. Okay, that got me. Thank you.
Kyle Gilbert gets insanely close, a little too close for comfort. All right, Stella, now we're going to shuffle it up yet again. Let's try to get throw a few more wrenches in the spokes here. That means Senchak and Malone are going to reel each other in.
Yes.
And try to go at it. Harville and Height on 67. These caution laps actually might be useful for them, as they are probably cutting the engines off.
Okay. Ooh, can we look inside and see?
Let's see. Pit road is actually getting busy. Tim Harper and Cody Reeder are not pitting, and everybody else is deciding to come down. Oh my gosh. So we'll see where after all of this everybody stays out. Top 5 out there. Tim Harper, Cody Reeder, Cameron Thompson, Justin Moody, and Ryan Ferraro are going to be our guys
Okay.
who decided not to pit. Let's see the speed here of Jacob Malone and what he decides to do. Senchak at the top of our screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, we go get you. No, he does not beat him off the line to the line, I guess. Alrighty. So we no longer have anyone out here with old 67 tires.
Wow.
Everybody is at least lap 79. And that's just 2. Cameron Thompson is 74. Everybody else is in the 80s.
All right, well, let's talk some about that pit strategy out there.
Come back to me.
And I think some of the pit strategy here is going to really come into play. Kyle Rochelle with a 10-second pit stop time as 27 Chevrolet gets off pit road first. Aaron Krolick with a 9.87 gets him up to 7th. Following that will be Corey Harville, Cody Height, Tom Senchak, and Jacob Malone. Dylan Banks now drops from, I believe he was 6th. He now drops down to 12th. But this is 4 tires and fuel for everybody else out here, I think, except Kyle Gilbert, who had an 11-second pit stop time.
Yeah, Justin Moody. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, Rochelle, Krolick. Yeah, those would be either fuel or just 2 tires. I'd gamble 2. Sure moved him up, though. I mean, Cameron Thompson's up 12 for the night. Justin Moody up 16. Brian Ferraro up 12.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty tough. All right. Let's keep an eye and see what we got going on here.
Yeehaw.
And we're still fighting it. And I don't know with the amount of...
It's going to be a shootout. As far as laps go.
It's going to have
Here
to
at
be.
the end.
Yeah, it's going to have to be. I just don't know the guys who decided to stay out and the ones who are in front. I mean, right now, I would probably say Justin Moody is in the best shape as he came in on lap 84.
Yes.
So he's got a good shot at it, but no, he didn't take 4 tires, while everybody else around him did. Harper, Thompson, Ferraro, Reeder have.
And he's
They all
also
took
been
4
running.
tires.
He's capable of running a 52.5-second lap. So he is up there in the thick of things, without a doubt.
Alrighty, Choose Cone enjoying their time out there. I would try to remind everybody, I hope you guys, when you have been watching, crank this thing up to that 1080p. Definitely awesome, do a awesome job. 1080p 60 and HD. Looks pretty sharp coming through the tube.
It does.
Pace truck lights are out.
Okay.
Jacob Malone has not won a race. That's all because of what happens at the end of the race. Cautions kill him, and that's what's done him in now. He's now down to 10th, and I don't know if he can fight dirty air all the way through.
We had 7 laps to go when we get started.
Alrighty, Tim Harper hot on the gas already. Not wasting any
Nice
time. I
recall.
think as soon as that nose got into the Geico restart zone, he took off. We'll see if any of these restarts end up like, oh, well, John Nemechek ended up into the wall. No can do as
Wow.
Reeder's already slicing back. 33 machine to Justin Moody. I said he was in the best shape. Doesn't look like it here. Moving through, still fighting it though. Wow. Not bad here, side by side, is Corey Harville and Kyle Rochelle. These two have a history.
Well, from 11th to 7th, we were watching Jacob Malone.
Yeah, Malone
Yeah.
trying to stay out front. I just don't know if he's going to have enough. 5 at the line. Malone is trying to work around Cody Reeder. Tim Harper getting away with this one.
Yeah, and I don't think Rochelle's going to play, is going to give it to him as he comes by when he starts trying for 6th place.
Right. Now, Jake Christenberry, who'd been hanging out in 2nd place all the way down in 13th. Oh, Reeder! Good save. And these next-gen cars, they're known for snapping back and slamming into the wall. Cody Reeder does an excellent job holding on to it. And it looks like Aaron Krolick rearranges the right side of his car.
So did Jacob Malone.
Yeah, Senchak is able to run away here. He has gotten up to the front pack. Senchak now 3rd. Looks like Senchak might be the upset here. He's still churning on through. He originally started 6th in this race. His Chevrolet's been strong all night here. He's only got 2 more to go to get back in the lead. Right now it's Tim Harper and Ryan Ferraro finally trying to break some of the draft there. Tim Harper, I think, has done it. Ferraro hasn't had any chances to run up front all night. Oh, man, who was that with the shot to the wall? I think that was Dylan Banks.
Yeah.
White car hit the wall so hard. Holy cow. Another bumper gone. Dylan Banks gets back onto the track, no caution. Justin Moody destroyed here. There's no fast repairs yet. We keep trying to fix the fender.
Yes. I will just call that it's flapping.
Alrighty, well.
Yeah, if Ferraro finishes in second, that'll be his best finish of this season. He has 2 top 10s, but that's it for him. So this would be one heck of a jump. Too bad we don't have cameras. I bet you he'd be doing the happy dance.
Yep. Oh, Christenberry into the wall.
Man.
Yeah, right now it's not looking too hot. Some of these guys are just, they're not letting off the gas here. I think they've realized they've run out of time. Still looking at about less than 6 miles before this race is over.
This is the time.
Yep.
Is that Moniz making all those moves? Man, look at him go. Flew past Matthew George.
Yeah, Moniz out there in the 05. Right now he's trying to line himself up for a top 10 finish. Harper still leading this one out in front of Senchak, as Senchak had gotten around Ferraro.
As his eyes set on Harper.
Yeah, Harper trying to mess around and break the draft there, but Senchak isn't playing. He stays in a straight line, but picks up a 10th. Now starting to reel him in. Malone now up to 6th.
2 to go.
It's past the 41. Caution.
Oh, no.
Caution comes out. Kyle Gilbert is around. Holy cow. All right, well.
Okay.
Maybe this is what Malone needed. And the only reason I'm bringing him up as much as we are is we did have a chat with him during the race, whether this was going to be his time. 1 stage 1, 1 stage 2. Struggling in the final stage, which is the one that matters. And Stella checking out there in the points. If I'm not mistaken, and memory serves me right, Jacob Malone actually leads in stage points or playoff points via stage wins for the season so far, but has yet to have a win.
That would not be out of the question. See, holes, stage points, 169.
Go back and check on Kyle Gilbert here. Uh-oh. That's why. That is us trying to find him. It's showing a complete disconnect here.
Ouch.
Right there.
Yes. Well, whoever just ran through his blip is very happy.
Yeah, I was trying to see. I thought that was Matthew George who made it through. Yeah, but I can't tell. I'm not sure. He zoomed in and caught him smacking the wall there.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's Kerber.
Well, because he seems to have a bit of damage on the back end of his car, unless he came around and hit both. Yeah, but as far as stage points, yeah, Dustin Kaliva has 180, which is pretty impressive. Also, with no wins at this point in time.
All right, it is him. So let's see if we can find where the car is. There's the smoke. No car. There he goes. Boom.
So were we at white flag? So this is now a green-white checker?
There. Did you see the piece? Watch right here to the left. Right at the left fender.
Oh. Oh, that's not cool. All right.
And then disappears again because you can't find him.
And then back.
All right,
Okay.
let's get us back alive here. It's time.
Yes. All right.
Should be our first green-white checkered. Tom Senchak sitting in first. Ryan Ferraro is second. Corey Harville is third. Malone is fifth. Still have a choose cone. Of course, brought to you by our 199 Chevrolet of Jacob Gladelick. Looks like Cody Height is working his way out of pit road. And there's Hoodie fixing some of that damage to his machine. His truck lights are still on. Should be off this time by. Wonder the drivers that came in on 96, like Hoppy, Thomas Walter, Kerberg, Reeder, Height, Kyle Gilbert.
Who is racing like a maniac to get around.
This is gonna be some trouble. This is gonna be some trouble. I don't know, Stella. We kind of take a look at situations like this, and you're not 110% sure how this is quite gonna go.
It'll go the way it goes.
Now, yeah, we have an extension here. An extension here of the race. We've got fuel economy coming into play. We got guys who all pit on 88. Senchak may have lined himself up for a win. Not bad. Ferraro would love to come in a podium position here. His Chevrolet's been strong.
Yes.
Taking a look at the choose cone, that means Malone's going to be starting fifth down on the bottom. So he is expecting Kyle Rochelle to be on the loud pedal right off the bat. And Corey Harville as well. I think the only part that concerns me is the 92 Toyota of Corey Harville and the 27 Chevrolet of Kyle Rochelle, both in red and white vehicles. Have been at each other's throats here in the past few races. Choose cone car working his way down pit road. Following the pace car. Tom Senchak, here we go. 2 laps to go at the line. White flag next time by, and Senchak looks like he started in a completely different gear than everybody else.
No.
And, shot to the wall. That looked like Kevin Gunther. Holy cow.
Like the steering wheel came off.
There you go. There's a John Nemechek hit.
Oh. There.
What a hit. Slammed into the wall.
Yes.
Kevin Gunther back down pit road here. What a slam into the wall heading into turn 1 here. We're taking a look top side. Banks.
No. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like Banks rearranges him here. Let's take another look at it. Right there. Boom. Yeah, and good job by Gunther. He was trying to make sure he didn't take out Matthew Jordan as well. Hateful. I hate to see that happen for him. So return back under caution. Waiting on the pace truck. Get back on out there. Say if this was a fuel mileage game, it isn't anymore. Chris out there, Chris full send saying rip Kevin. Yeah, that was a tough shot. I don't know if Gunther was getting loose heading into the turn. And
Yeah,
then kind of got rear-ended from the back.
not something you want to see at this point in the race.
No, not even a little bit. This is not how you want to see it go. Over there.
So while I have all our wonderful viewers here, I do want to bring their attention to the fact that we will be here again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. But we will be racing the IndyCar on this track. So NORA is having a special Indy 500. And so you're looking at 200 laps in the IndyCar, and it'll be something new, different, and exciting for everyone. And there's prizes. So you have been warned, you have been informed. I'll see you then.
All right, Stellar, we're taking a little look back at this, what caused this caution here, and I'm trying to see if we can clear the air. Notice how Banks is pushing Gunther here. But Christenberry checks up, so is Moniz, and it looks like Gunther may have let off the gas. And that did not follow back. I do want to note, I believe that is Hoppy that's sideways as well. Down there on the inside.
I'm just impressed he kept driving so nice and straight with a hood in his face. Oof. Yep. Held it, though.
I wonder if we can find that from Kevin Gunther here. Which, unfortunately, update, he has taken it back to the garage.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that ally machine gave him a good hit from the back. Have you ever had that happen to you in a wreck, in a race?
The hood come up?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
No, that is a new update for iRacing for a little more damage. To be shown, and that would be one of the little bits.
Okay. 'Cause I was just curious whether it was looking cute for us. Can you see through it? Or you're blind?
Blind.
There's a hood in the face. Okay. Excellent. Yep, green white checker, number 2. And we should be getting our choose cone. Woo! Man, it looks like these guys wait till the last second possible to make that pick. Okay. That definitely answers that. You know he's driving through the net. It's the only place you could see.
All right. So the choose cone coming out, and the choices have been made. Tom Senchak will start on the inside. Corey Harville will start on the outside. Ferraro elects to take inside behind Senchak, which unfortunately looks like it pushes Malone to the outside line. And I don't know if that's a line I would want to be in right now. As right now, I believe it's going to be Senchak and Ferraro going to take off at the restart, but let's go ahead and take a look and see how it goes as the pace truck returns back where it belongs. 2 laps at the line as we wait for Tom Senchak as he sandbags the start. Excellent choice. That works out awesome as it looks like Malone rear ends Harville to get him going. Malone going to shoot up the gut. Down the center, he's turning him now as Harville slides to the side. Right now, I hope those two aren't going to continue fighting like that. They definitely need to run Senchak down as he's now out by 3/4 of a second. Malone now to second. Malone would probably laugh hysterically if another caution came out. He needs it. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch him here with 3/4 of a second. Right now, he is only 1 spot away. Trying to shave off another 10th here. Jacob Malone sits second, Rochelle third, Harville fourth, Ferraro fifth. Ferraro almost had a podium position here tonight, but this track is slowly winding down. Trouble in the back. Christenberry. Does the caution come out? Yes, it does.
No.
Caution comes out just in time, and fortunately, Stella, you should be excited because this is not going to be thrown and given away to Tom Senchak the same way it did for Kyle Larson.
Well, yes and no, except for the fact that I saw the white flag come out and then the yellow flag. As far as I knew, a white flag meant we were
what happens happens.
Caution didn't matter. So we go. Start again?
Yes.
All right. I wonder how many green-white checkers we have available.
I would think, my gut tells me this is probably the last one here.
Okay.
So we'll see if you can grab a check-in on RC. They may be able to tell us. So not only do we have a few more bumpers out there, we've got extra broken toe links. We got the goodies this time. Let's take a look. Looks like Christenberry's getting loose to start. Whoa. Look at the 45 of Adam Kulikowski. Thinking he's Tony Hawk and doing a nose grind there. That was ugly. We'll see. See if we can take another shot at it here, and I'm hoping maybe we can narrow down how it even started. Here's Christenberry up front. Looks like Christenberry off the wall. Trying to slow down here. Moniz, 93 getting loose. Catches the 3, and then that's, of course, when we're inside all the concrete barriers here, and then everybody has nowhere to go. I would probably say the 84 probably got the luckiest shot out of this one, though. Cody Height, lucky. Is able to squeak away from another one. So Cody Height, Cody Eldred, Blake Hoppy, Brandon Dunford, Jake Christenberry, all down pit road doing damage assessments. Drivers who unfortunately have retired for the night. Kevin Gunther, Tim Harper, Justin Moody, Waylon Turner, Nathan Brzezowski have taken it back to the garage here for tonight.
Goodness gracious.
The duel between Tom Senchak and Jacob Malone will finally happen.
Does that leave us 16 on the lead lap?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep,
Well.
16 currently on the lead lap.
I'm looking at some people up front there that I've been told they may be on fumes.
Who would that be?
Oh.
Our lap 79er?
Well, even the 88s.
Okay, Ryan Ferraro is showing last pit on lap 79.
Yes.
I would say
Yes.
he's nervous.
Yes. But yeah, so it should be interesting. But yeah, we are having discussions regarding you know, if people are really looking at savings here. I don't know. Let's take a look at say Tom Senchek. Let's see if he's coasting.
Engine's still on.
Okay.
There.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, he's
All
clutching
right.
it.
Yeah.
Tom Senchak is as well. There he is.
Yes. So we are looking at guys up in the front who crawl it too. Yeah. These are the guys that pit on 88. They are they're really hoping for no caution here because tonight we do have unlimited caution, just like NASCAR. So hopefully we will not have any kind of a glitch where the white flag comes out and then the caution flag comes out.
Well, it did show per my timer. 57:08:22 was white flag. 57:08:43 was yellow.
Yes.
So
Told you I was watching.
The white flag had come out, but the line had not been crossed.
Well, what made the white flag come out then if the line wasn't crossed?
The white flag comes out, and then you cross the line. That begins the white flag. The same as checker flag comes out, but no one hits the line. All right, let's go ahead and get this back underway as Tom Senchak and Jacob Malone have a side-by-side start on this one. Getting ready to try to dive bomb in. Malone has the outside line. Right now, he is praying for a win. Senchak rubbing along his side. Malone able to keep it off the wall here. He's got to fight him back. He's got 2 laps to keep it clean, and so is everybody else behind him. Malone's going to try to pinch him. Excellent job there. A little nudge to the edge of his car. This is beautiful right now by these 2 drivers as they shoot down the back, heading into 3. 3 wide behind him, though, is Ferraro, Rochelle, and Reeder going at it. And Reeder shooting it in up the gut. And right now, it looks like Rochelle gets kicked out. White flag still shooting his way on by, trying to see if he can fight this on through. Senchak and Jacob Malone right now coming up to the line as they shoot down. They have separated by over half a second from the rest of the field. This is going to happen. Right now we're seeing if any more can go along here with Senchak and Malone. White flag is out. What happens, happens. Malone has 3 turns to run him in and get him down. Still battling on through as we get along Tom Senchak's car. Jacob Malone with the right front damage there. I think he's starting to feel it.
Yeah, maybe feel it, but I'm looking at he just set the lap time for this track tonight. And here he goes on the bottom line.
Oh, he's going to touch.
No.
Oh, he's going to touch. He turned him.
Turned him.
Jacob Malone turned Tom Senchak.
Ooh.
And Jacob Malone is going to take the win here at Indianapolis.
Kyle Rochelle and Cody Reeder just made contact back there too. Let's see who ended up coming out of that in 3rd. Reeder did. Wow.
Stella, we are definitely going to go back and take a look at it, though.
Nowhere. Where did Josh Conover just pop out from? Oh my goodness. Josh Conover just finished in 2nd.
All right, we're going to roll this back. Tom Senchak sliding out here. Ouch.
Oh. Harper's power went out. That's what happened to Tim Harper.
All right, this should be the turn where they meet up. Oh, yeah.
Yep. They met up all right. Oh, no. One person out there said Senchak ran out of fuel. Is there a way to see during that
Yes.
incident? Okay.
See here in just a second.
Okay.
See if we can find Senchak here.
So from here, what you call it, cockpit view? Negative.
Yeah, I would say right there he's out of fuel.
Yeah, but he
Whoop.
was still running 7,000 ppm when he was turned. Alrighty then.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of poke around a little bit and see what everybody else has to say, and kind of what how this all
gonna
worked out.
Talk to our podium finishers?
Yeah, and can someone tell me what in the world is happening here? Oh, he's out of fuel. Malone's out of gas and they're trying to push him.
Oh no! We knew they were close. We surely knew they were close. Well, they're just practicing for Talladega. What in the...
We're not gonna get in it.
Alrighty. So.
So your question was also Josh Conover. How did he end up where he did? And this is him fighting through the pile.
He sure did. Because Rochelle and Rita were tagging, and then and they had passed Ferraro, and there he is, just squirt right through.
Yep. Hey, look, Dakota Moniz
There,
is out
see?
of fuel.
Oh gosh, look how, I didn't even notice Rochelle hit the wall. And there you go. 1, 2, 3. They finished right like that.
Wow. Yeah, right there. See Dakota Moniz?
Oh,
Stalled out. He's got nothing left.
yep. So close. He was another 88 driver. Lap 88 was the last time he'd come in.
All right, everybody. Hang on a moment. Let's try to get our guys going. right, everybody. We should have been caught up with our third place finisher here, Cody Reeder in the number 17 Ford. Cody, this race kind of went upside down here, man.
Yeah, it was nuts. These last couple of nights have been crazy. So it's been fun though. It definitely keeps things interesting.
Yeah, what in the world, man? I would say you probably didn't have the qualifying time that you wanted out there, but you were still able to boomerang back. How, between your qualifying time and fuel strategy, how were you able to balance the two?
Yeah, for me, I don't race very much anymore. So the only nights that I race are league nights. So you get a little bit of practice time and, during the practice session. But for me in these cars, I just have to, I don't really figure out how to drive them until the end of stage 2. So, I wanted to race tonight because I like the track and it's been a while since I raced here. But really for me, I was just trying to conserve it to where the rears didn't burn off, but also try and balance that with fuel. And I don't know, there'd be times where I would have a run and the car would feel great. And then there'd be other times like that last green white checkered where I'd fire off and it'd be like driving a dump truck. And the balance was never neutral or the same at any run I had. So I don't know. It was weird, but I won't complain with the third place. I was hoping those guys were going to run out of fuel and maybe I could be in victory lane, but not a bad night overall.
Yeah, a couple of them did. It looked like you decided to shoot it in 3 wide there toward the end. I'm not sure if you got in the side of Kyle Rochelle or Corey Harville out there. Talk to me a little bit about this last spurt right at the end and how you were able to maintain third.
Yeah, well, that caution right before the line when it came out, those 2 laps or that lap that I ran around, my car felt great. Like it was turning and it was operating like I wanted it to. So I went down into three wide, thinking, if I could just clear them out of that corner, I'd have a shot on the last lap with those 2 guys battling to possibly win. But I got down there, it just didn't turn. And so I'm like, trying to get on and off the throttle and on and off the brake, and it's not turning. So sorry to those guys. I don't think it really, they still finished 4th and 5th, it looked like. But from there, it was just aero blocking and trying to, just keep my position. And then I saw the wreck come into the checkered flag and luckily missed that and got to battle it with Kyle to the line.
Man, that was tough. But you were able to squeak out just barely. Looks like 20 thousandths of a second is what separated you two there. Talk to me about this, the upcoming schedule for you, man. We haven't seen you out here. Dustin Kaliba's been MIA for a little while. I knew he was taking a break. Talk to me about you and the Venku team and what you guys got coming up.
Yeah, just, with this league, we've been running this for a while, and Dustin's obviously priorities are in line with trying to help his wife who just had a baby and take care of his baby. I totally get why he's not racing, but I just think it's a good idea to have one KPR motorsports car represented in the field. So that's why it's another reason I ran tonight. But I think for the next couple of weeks, we're just going to relax and focus on family. And, we get a night back where we can dedicate that to something else. So that's probably what we'll do and get back after the Olympic break and, set our eyes on a championship.
All righty, man. Shout out time.
Yeah, thanks guys for broadcasting so our friends and family can watch. Thanks Josh putting on the league, and guys, thanks Dustin. He's made me a lot better in these cars, so hope he's doing well. The baby's doing good, wife's doing good, and yeah, thanks Venku being on board this year. It's been fun. Just kind of, I think people know the Venku cars. We haven't really changed paint schemes much, and they know when that orange machine's coming through the field, so that's pretty cool. So, and gotta shout out my spotter Garrett. He helps me at pretty much every race, and so gotta tell him thanks for being there week in, week out.
All right, now I know.
And thank you for not changing your paint every week.
Say that again. Sorry.
Thank you for not changing your paint every week.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, she can't remember numbers, but we'll definitely keep it up. And man, I can't wait to see what you guys have, man. What an excellent job, and I've been kind of keeping an eye on you. You might be earning the fuel calculator nickname here. I've seen you drag way too many extra stages or extra laps out with having enough fuel, which they say you should pit between 30 and 32, and I'm watching you running lap 38 and still leading. So yeah. we'll keep an eye out. Cody Reeder, good luck to you, man, and we'll see how you do next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Cody Reeder. comes in third. I do want to give a quick poke here at our infield car care center with Corey Harville, and I want to see what in the world happened with Corey Harville out there in the 92 Toyota. Corey, talk to me a little bit about what happened right here at the end.
Oh yeah, it was pretty wild. So at first I was amazed that I made my way back up to the front after getting that green flag
Yes.
stop penalty. I really thought that was the end of my race, but I was able to get my way back to the front. I stayed out late, like super late on that last green flag cycle, and then the caution came out, which kind of saved me. But I was pretty good. I was running like P3, P4, and then we went green, white, checkered, and I was saving a bunch of fuel because I was like, okay, I can save enough fuel to have one more go at a green, white, checkered, and then as we were coming to the white flag, we had another caution. So a lot of guys didn't have enough fuel to make it, so a lot of guys had to come in. I had to come in, and I said, since I'm coming in the pits anyway, might as well get fresh tires. So I took fresh tires, and then just did my best to try to cut through the field as much as possible. And I thought I was going to finish like P12, P13 until the last couple of turns when everybody started running out of fuel and wrecking. So that bumped me up a few spots and got me into the top 10.
Well, definitely you were one of the 8 rookies that made it here into the top 10. Definitely you guys had a fantastic night here tonight. With the upcoming race, Stella, where we are, where we're at, what's the confidence level for you, Corey? Seeing how you finished with an 8th place tonight, the top Toyota, before we run into Kyle Gilbert, who's finished 12th.
Pretty good on track. I seem to struggle a lot when it comes to pit stops. I kind of tie one arm behind my back when it comes to green flag pit stops. I'm always getting either penalties or not checking a box or something, so end up handicapping myself. But I think if I can tighten those up, I think I can run pretty consistently up front.
All right, man. Well, I can't wait to see what you guys can go ahead and do, and I'm hoping once again, this doesn't continue. I know the woes continue out there for you and Kyle Rochelle. I know the two of you have been butting heads here lately. Is this kind of swept under the rug, or is there still something going on out there?
No, it's no bad blood or anything. I think it's just competition. We're both just racing hard for position.
Okay. Wasn't sure, man, because I know the two of you guys have been kind of dooring each other a few times, and if no one's around, you guys are still dooring each other. But we'll
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, I think it's just us. We both want to beat each other. It's a little competitive out there. So nothing malicious. At least I don't believe it is.
Well, you can get a little frustration out there when we head to Richmond next week. Corey, go ahead and give me a shout out here real quick, brother.
Huge shout out to my wife. She's always supporting me for all my sim racing. Even went to a couple races in real life with me. Shout out to my team, Fast House Racing. Me and Blake put on a pretty good show out there tonight for him. Huge shout out to Nora and Josh and all the admins for putting on this fantastic lead. It's a lot of fun. And then huge shout out to Simtrax Broadcasting for all you guys do and putting on this fantastic show for us every week.
Also, I appreciate it, buddy. And don't forget to shout out Tyler DeTalon. He says, we love you, Corey, out there.
I love you too, Tyler. Miss you, buddy.
Yep. Hopefully we'll see Tyler DeTalon back. That is definitely a name we like calling here in the booth and like seeing tumbling around out there. But practice makes it perfect, and he's going to be rusty. All right. Appreciate you, Corey, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
And don't forget, next week is the Indianapolis race, and Richmond is in 2 weeks,
Ooh.
August 13th.
Okay, I wasn't. I knew the Indy race was part of the big events, and then they're moving on to the following ones after that. But we'll go ahead and move on to our second place finisher, which ended up being Josh Conover. 20 positions gained here on the night. What an insane race, especially right here at the end. Dude, talk to me about how this Busch Light Peach machine ended up coming in second place after such a terrible qualifying time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I get for not practicing. I hit the wall, so I didn't get a time. Well, I was just qualifying. I hit the wall because I hadn't really. My first laps were about like 10 minutes left in practice, and then I was just pushing too hard and qual and hit the wall. I like Indy though. I kind of kept saying it all night to Banks and my guys. Like I was running it like Larson was.
Oh. Did he bite you?
Nah, he came out of the bedroom.
Okay.
No, I was just running like Larson was. I was backing up the entry and was kind of able to roll back into the gas sooner and get a better exit, and it was definitely helping. I would definitely didn't have Malone pace if I would have started up front, but no. Then it came down to the fuel game. I feel for Tom because he was past the line, the caution came out, but we go off of iRacing's decisions and scoring. I know there was a race earlier in the year where I was ahead of him, but we had a caution and they put him ahead, and ultimately cost me the race. So, not saying it's the same thing, but like I said, I feel for him. He had the race won. He was past the line, but can't change, rules or stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely leave it up to you and the admins out there seeing how the race finished. Wasn't sure kind of how everybody's going to feel about it. We know Jacob Malone ended up being the winner tonight, but unfortunately, Tom Senchak getting knocked down all the way to the 17th spot after he only needed 2 more turns to win it. But you sliced through a good chunk of this field, and I would say we had guys going 3 wide, guys nudging, other ones sliding, and being able to straighten the car back out. But you were able to get through almost unscathed out there. I mean, how hairy was it out there behind the wheel?
It depends on how you drove it. I think it was one of the green flag stops. I was kind of driving in a little deeper, using a little more brake. I don't know, obviously like what Malone was doing, but it seemed like that kind of made my tires wear a little more balanced. And it wasn't as free. But I know, like I said, in the first run, when I was kind of backing the entry up and getting back to the gas, it was definitely free. I know a couple of guys took 2 tires. I couldn't even think of doing 2 tires the way I was running. It was just going to end up spinning me out. So, I changed a couple things, and then I took 2 that last green flag stop, and the caution came out anyway. But it was, you had to be up on the wheel, which I like. We obviously run trucks on Mondays, and they're more so kind of, not really too loose, not too tight. They kind of just almost drive themselves in a sense. So it's nice to hop in these things and either, have to drive it with your big toe, as I like to say, and keep it under you, or even sometimes if you're tight, you got to manage the right front. So it's nice to have that balance every now and then.
How difficult was dirty air out there?
I will say, granted, I know it's not dirt, but I don't like the dirt side on here because obviously I run dirt and I don't think it's close at all, hardly. But I will say, if you watch a race in real life and then watch ours, I would say dirty air is pretty accurate. It was tough. I mean, like I said, if you can manage it, and like I said, like where I was backing my entry up and trying to get a better exit, it made it a little bit more manageable. And even then, it was still, like you definitely felt it. But it's the same for everybody. It's not like one person has it worse than the other, or vice versa. So kind of got to get used to it and try and I guess I don't know if it's the right term, but play your cards a different way.
Is there any way you thought you were going to play second tonight? And I'll get your shout-outs right after this, because we're right now watching you slide between Rochelle and Ryan Ferraro here right toward the end of the race here. And just what a move it was.
I think, like I said, I think if I could have actually put in a Q lap and started, not 22nd on the field, I would have been decent. I think me coming through the field, granted we had the green flag pit stops, but me coming through the field in stage 1 and running, I think as high as 5th or something like that, and then running top 10 the rest of the night, I think kind of showed that. I've always loved Indy. Like I said, I'm big when the car's loose like it was tonight, and you got to manage the right rear. So like I said, I'm love driving the car like that, and this kind of played right into that. So I think, like I said, definitely not Malone pace. I think if it stayed green and we didn't have any cautions, he probably would have been pretty checked out. I think Tom and Kristen Berry towards the end were kind of getting their pace up too. So, we might have had a battle there. I probably would have been 4th or 5th. But, after missing last week, I can't complain with a podium, even if it was kind of gift wrap for me there at the end with Tom running out of gas and stuff.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem like we're leaving this track anytime soon. How excited are you for the next one?
I am very excited. We ran it a couple years ago, and after 500 miles, we had a photo finish of like a front wing length or whatever you would say for that. It was one of our closest finishes in league history. Like I said, it was 500 miles, 200 laps, and it came down to the length of a front wing. So I'm looking forward to it. It's one of our crown jewels that we run. I know Nick's excited. Jacob is actually running that too, and I think he starts second, which we do the 3 wide start as well, like they do in real life. So he'll be, front row right in the middle. So he's calling a shot for that one too. He's I think he said, and I quote, "You guys are screwed in the Indy car when we run here." So he's calling a shot. He's pretty quick in that too. So I think he's got Indy on lockdown, as the kids say nowadays.
All right, well, we'll see if he can get the sweep. Josh Conover, another rookie who finished at a podium position. Go ahead and give me shout-outs here.
You guys for the broadcast. I was actually surprised we didn't have more cautions. I guess you guys were saying with how loose it was. Normally, like with the pinion steering, it kind of catches guys off guard and they can overcorrect and it kicks them to the wall. So, hats off to the guys that ran tonight. It was, I thought, a great race. I don't think we had our first caution until like stage 3, I think maybe. So,
yep.
Hats off to them boys. We had 26 cars tonight, which, middle of the summer, long season, still not a bad car count. So we'll take it. I forget if I said it, but you guys for the broadcast, like I said, everybody that showed up and ran. And if you're in the league or you're not in the league and you want to run another Indy 500, I believe next Tuesday, hop in the Big Events Discord. We'll get you signed up, get you some of the prize money. I don't know what we're up to. I have to see how many are actually signed up, but we got some prize money to the winner and maybe the podium. So looking forward to it. And I guess I got to take out the Indy car now and get some laps going.
Sweet. All right, man. Go ahead. Don't forget to put the deets out there out on the Facebook. I know we're talking the new lingo now. But send it to me and we'll sling it out on our Facebook as well. Try to get as much people out there and eyeballs on this as possible. Josh Conover, congratulations on the second place finish, man. The only Chevy out there on the podium. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate you guys.
Bet.
All right, Josh Conover ends up getting it. But the race win goes to Jacob Malone, his first one here of the season. Jacob Malone, all right, we got a bunch of people tuned in, I guarantee you, for this interview. Talk to me a little bit about the ending of this race, because everybody's a little concerned about how we got here.
I ran out of fuel at the line, but Tom ran out of fuel exit of 3, which caused me to run into him. I also did get tight, but I did not mean to. If we're discussing that incident, it was not supposed to happen. And I was expecting him to get off 3. He did not go. He lost all speed. So it's very controversial, of course, but it gets even more with that.
Yeah, we weren't sure. We tried to find a top view, and it looked like you dropped below the line a little bit. Tried to dive bomb it there pretty hard, but it was kind of odd how the two you guys met up so quick. It wasn't like a fade up and you went up and touched him. It was a fade up and he almost backed up. I wasn't sure if he was having a bad turn and having to check up or something, but that's kind of seeming to be almost what the peanut gallery's out there saying, is there may have been a fuel issue. And you guys were close. We rode along with you during caution laps out there, Jacob. You were close on fuel, and you pit on lap 88. You wouldn't think it'd be that close.
I forgot to take fuel when I came in for tires, like everyone else. So,
No.
Bro.
Yeah.
What?
But the only reason why I made it instead of him is because I waited the extra second under green flag stops to get more fuel than him. That's why he was ahead of me at the time that we got out of pits in the under green after our stops.
Man.
So that saved my race right there. That 1 second of fuel, not even a second, like half.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insanely close. I would probably ask that the final caution that actually involved Cody Eldred, Jake Christenberry, and those guys making it there, was probably your save there, being able to get a restart to start directly next to Tom Senchak at the when the green flag came out.
It definitely helped me out. It was still gonna be a struggle for me to do anything. I had damage from under green flag runs while I was running him down. It was getting harder and harder to drive, and I smacked the wall while catching him. So I really needed cleaner, so that boosted me. But I couldn't do anything after that. Tom was faster than me at the end of the race because of, the way he was adapting to the temperature changes. I did not adapt. I stayed the exact same the whole race, and it almost bit me in the butt.
Well, hopefully you and Tom can work it out here. I don't think there's going to be a bad blood between you two, but they're even saying out here in the chat and a little, even Tim Harper gave you a run for your money tonight. It looked pretty rough as you commanded stage 1. Stage 2 was a little shaky out there, and then stage 3, man, it looked like this one was kind of slipping away from you. Were you nervous at all during any part of this race that this wasn't going to be yours?
When Tom was starting to catch me after I was getting sideways nonstop, I overdrove my right rear, and it just caused him to catch right up and get around me. So it was when I needed to come down pit road. But yeah, it was a bit scary. I wasn't really worried about the restarts. That wasn't the biggest thing anymore because I originally was gonna be worried about that. But I cooked the car. I had to take tires no matter what there. I ran so hard just trying to catch up to him under green and smacking the wall, everything like that it just killed me. But, we made it happen. We made it work. Struggled, but, with a bit of luck on our side, we ended up getting the win.
Dude, you told me there wasn't going to be any pit strategy change tonight. We watched you take 2 tires. Go ahead and tell me that was part of the strategy.
Tom, that was I said if someone's close enough to make it a difference, and I'm gonna take 2, and I had to take 2 because if I took 4, I was not gonna be anywhere near him. If I took 2, I was still, I was right there, but I needed to find something because usually when you have 2 tires, it makes you a bit looser, and so I was like theorizing maybe I can get some more turning, maybe get around him, dealing with the dirty air and stuff, and it did not work as well as I wanted it to, but it at least had me near him, which benefited me the most.
Man, oh man. Well, Josh Conover says you're making your call for the next race. Being the NORA big event, we're heading into the Indy cars. You're starting middle of the front row. Is this going to be? Are you going for the sweep?
I love the Indy cars at Indianapolis. I still like the NASCARs more because it's more out of control. But if, we can be smart about fuel strategy, I could probably, go out there and go get a win. I was very strong in the other Indy cars we ran there where I won. So it depends. Maybe Indianapolis is just my track. So we'll see. Not going to be fully confident at the moment. I'm going to give it some time because who knows? I could just be, get beat by Dylan or something like that. So just depends.
Man. Well, it's finally your time to shine. You finally come in with a win, which this ends up being, race number 22 here, Stella? And I think Jacob finally got his first win here of the season.
That's correct.
Yep, first win. And it's just, it's so awesome that it happened at Indy. So, a lot of fun.
All right, man. We'll save up a few of these questions for next time. Seeing that you're calling your shot for Indy, go ahead and give me your shout-outs, and we'll get you ready for that race.
I want to shout out my buddy who made my paint scheme, Chase Crawl. Thank you. The scheme's amazing. I love running it. Feel fast every second. I want to shout out my family, of course, for putting up with me. That's it.
All right, man. Well, don't forget for your paint scheme, you can comment on the video after we're off here. For anybody looking out there for a paint scheme on the broadcast. All right.
All right.
All right,
you.
Jacob.
Have a good one.
Appreciate you, buddy. Congratulations on your win here at Indianapolis.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, the number 69 out there of Jacob Malone. Fantastic run tonight. What an excellent way for that race to go for him, coming away with his first win as a rookie here of the season. Stella, I would say it was still pretty close out there with him making contact with Tom Senchek, him below the line. And I've got to say that was probably 4 variables that met up all at one time, and it's very, very difficult here to make heads or tails of it. But regardless, Jacob Malone ends up being the winner here of Indianapolis. Josh Conover ended up second. Cody Reeder was third. Kyle Rochelle fourth. Ryan Ferraro was our 5th place finisher. Aaron Krolick sits 6th. Thomas Walter was 7th. Corey Harville was 8th. Matthew George ended up 9th. And rounding out our top 10 ended up being Cody Height. And the Sunny D Machine started 10th and finished 10th. And the only person other than him to end up in the same exact spot was Blake Hoppy, who's finished 15th. And Jacob Malone starting on the pole and ending with a win here tonight. Stella, anything left to add before we sign off?
Oh, no, not this time. I'm looking forward to next week. I've never seen an IndyCar race. So I'm used to the track now. Let's get changing the cars on me.
All right, I've been doing a little bit of Indy racing. I did one broadcast for an Indy race for the Big Show a little bit, and that was the Big Show. And then we'll say first endurance race that we'll be calling will actually be tomorrow with the Bandit Racing League. Keep in touch. You're subscribed. You know when we're going live. There's going to be a big announcement of cars for the upcoming season. If you're interested in joining the Bandit Racing League, now's your time. You're going to get a sneak peek of what is upcoming. I guarantee you, you're going to be excited. And I'm excited. I think I'm going to get a little peek as well right before I show it to you guys. But that's going to do it for us with the National Oval Racing Association. Patrick Morrison in the booth here with Stellar Stella, signing off with Simtrax Broadcasting. Guys, be well, be safe, be kind. We'll see all you next time.